Right before I hit the record, Mom said, "Do we know what we're doing?" To which the answer is no.
Okay, it's Saturday, September 8th, 2018. I'm going to try and use my my deep voice because it's easier to listen to. This is episode 24 of...
24? 24? Yeah, 24.
Of A Close-Knit Family.
Close-Knit Family, where we document my adventures as a beginner knitter and Sue's ongoing yarn and knitting addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are a knitcast from Armstrong, BC, in the North Okanagan, Canada. Yeah.
North Okanagan, in BC, in Canada.
Something like that.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So, we have notes.
Yes, we do today. We actually have notes.
So a couple things. We thought we would do a quick recap of all the excitement from the Interior Provincial Exposition.
Woohoo!
And so behind us here, you can see some of our... There's Mike's red ribbon on his tilted cowl.
Yeah.
His first place red ribbon.
Yeah.
And my red ribbon on my long leaf coat.
Yeah. And it's just out of shop, but there's another red ribbon up there.
Red ribbon there. And then my white ribbon, you can't see it either, on my bolero. But anyway, so we thought we would display. Sort of like they do with horses and stuff, right? They put all the ribbons up over the corral. So these are the ribbons over our corral.
If this is, no, I'm just not going to think about it. What? I was just starting to think about if this was our corral, and I'm just not going to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing we did was on the last day of the IPE, so this would be a week ago.
Sunday.
It was Sunday, today's Saturday.
Yeah.
A week ago.
Yeah.
I found a spot and I did a quick, this is what it looks like right now. Mm-hmm. While the IPE is going on. Yep. And then today I went back, and while there are still signs that the
IPE happened.
That it happened. Here is, then I did another showing what it looks like. Now, we're going to show you those in a sec, but what to keep in mind is that the spot where I took the picture from covers about, I'm going to say, a third of the grounds are visible as I go around. So there's a couple of big barns that I kind of glance over. Behind those, there's an even bigger barn, a big open area where part of the midway was, and then behind that is an ice arena where more stuff is, and then off in the other direction behind the big stands for the rodeo, there's more stuff and another ice arena. Yeah. So you're getting, the view that we're taking is about a third, and I tried to get as close to the same spot as I could in taking the two sets of pictures. In the second picture, the one where everything's emptied out, you will see some tents and stuff in the distance, and that's just our local farmers market, which comes down every
Saturday.
Thank you, Saturday. So yeah, here's a before and after with from the IPE, and there's Michael put music over it because there's nothing else. Well, no, because it's actually kind of interesting. You've got the noise of the IPE in the first one, and in the second one you've got so here we go.
That's your first appearance.
It is.
happened.
Yeah.
That was just a kind of a curiosity thing.
I kind of had the thought, and I was like, oh, we could do that, because every year everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, the IPE fit in there somehow.
It looks so much bigger when all the stuff is there.
Yeah.
Because even the spot where I take the picture from, because you're going through crowds and you're weaving in and out of people, and there's all this stuff and noise, and it feels like it's taking forever to get to a spot. Where today I strode up to it and I was like, what was that, 10 steps?
Yeah.
Like, it was just nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, what else? And this is another, just, for curiosity's sake, Mike joined me for the first time today.
Hi! I did.
At library knitting.
Yep. Because I had a scheduling mistake and I ended up with some free time in my morning.
Yeah, so that was fun, and our friend Brianne took a picture of us, and so there we are.
Yeah.
Michael put that up.
Yep.
And the other thing, for those of you following the ongoing Sue's figuring out that there's a library and it has books in it, I returned my library books today.
Wasn't that only one?
No, that was 2 weeks.
So you could have another week with them.
And I only kind of looked at them once or twice. Yes, but I'll be away next week.
Right.
Speaking of which, I'll be away next week.
Yes. It'll be you and me again.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But we're going to a wedding. I'm trying to do the deep voice. We're going to a wedding that is it's like a camping wedding at a fishing resort. So yeah, we're gonna go up and do that.
Are you actually gonna fish?
Oh hell no.
Yeah. You're gonna knit.
I'll be knitting. Absolutely.
Knit a sweater for the fish.
No.
No.
I'm not even gonna. Oh, I guess I need to get something for the bride and groom. Oops. I always do that. Anyway, oh my gosh. Yeah, I better get on that. Again, another kind of recap from last week. So we had our winners last week.
Yes, we did.
For our...
comment your favorite episode.
Yes, comment our favorite episode. So there is one winner we have not heard from. So if you commented, be sure to watch and you haven't watched last week's episode, watch episode
23.
23.
Yes.
Is that right? We did 21. 22 we did it, 23 we gave away, and now we're 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, don't mind me. So yes, watch episode 23.
Yes.
And find out if you're a wiener. And on that note, we announced last week that Joel had won. And I apologize, Joelle. But Joelle was our winner. Mm-hmm. You will be getting your stitch markers soon.
You'll be getting Cool Cam's stitch markers soon.
Yes.
Tasha just came in to say hi. And now Tasha's leaving.
I know, Tasha's leaving again and the door's open. And we'll hear Dad cooking.
Yep.
Woohoo! It's all good. So, yes, I will be getting your stitch. I was kind of waiting till I heard to everybody so I could do it at once. But, and...
Oh, okay.
The, Lori now has her yarn and her stitch markers.
Yes, she does.
We finally made the connection.
Finally has her yarn and Cool Camp stitch markers.
So, yay. Yay for that. And many of you have been commenting that, about Cool Cam's contribution. And we'd really like to thank you for that. And he will be with me at the wedding next week, so I'm going to see if I can get him to sit down and do a little segment.
Do a little bit about Cool Cam.
A Cool Cam segment. Yes. So
yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll see if that ever happens. And Mike.
Hi.
Tell us about your yarn winding.
So if you remember back to our IPE episodes last week's episode, I picked up some yarn at the IPE, and I've now caked it, and it's kind of funny, the caking, because I get up in the morning and our Swift and caker
ball winder
is out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should do that, and Mom's like, yes, it worked. So yeah, so here's
what he means by that is I had left the Swift and ball winder out
Yeah.
after I used it in the hopes that he would go, oh look, those are there, and
Yeah.
he would
Yeah, so yeah, here are my two balls of yarn. Noticing that one is significantly larger than the other, but it's okay if you have asymmetrical balls. And this one does a really cool fade. Actually, you couldn't quite appreciate that when it was skeined, so I'm looking forward to using that. And this one is just a nice light brown. And
oh, it matches your pants. Not that you guys need to know that right now, but his shorts are kind of that color.
Yeah. Well, anyway. And yeah, these were actually they were a little bit difficult to cake. They got tangled a couple times, but
and yeah, coming off the skein.
Yeah.
But Mike finishes up and he goes, there, now I have two balls. And I was like, I don't know if I should be proud or concerned at this moment.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the minor inconvenience that was caking these, I think, was payback for my perfect cake of this yarn.
Yeah.
Bringing in
Notice
my
how he just
whip.
brushed right over that and just let it run.
I've learned to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let it go.
Just-
Let it go. Let it go.
Good.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I can do with these, but I will get back to you as soon as I have something. Something weird happened there. I think
No, I'm just looking. There's a really pretty red toned yarn there running through it. It's very nice. Sorry. I'll look up again. Okay, and so let me think.
Maybe we'll show off that red tone if we can. So you can sort of. It's most. Yeah, there it is. It's most prevalent in that spot. So.
Yeah. So one of the strands
is a little bit of
has
red.
that little bit of red in it.
Okay.
Let's see if it turns up anywhere else. Alongs.
Sock along.
Sock along. So, yes, for those of you who are new, and welcome.
And welcome. And welcome back. And
anyone who's new.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Alongs. So we have our ongoing
sock along
/ donation along.
Yeah.
So if you are knitting socks, enter your finished adult sock pictures on our Ravelry page under the thread for the finished objects.
Yes.
Or get in there and did I do a chatter thread for that?
You did do a chatter thread.
Okay, or get in on the chatter thread for the sock along. It's been so busy that I can't even remember if I have a chatter thread or not. Anyway, and if you choose to make socks to donate to someone less fortunate, and you donate those socks, put in an extra entry for yourself, and that would include hats or scarves or mittens, or if you donate it, give yourself an entry for making that donation, because good on ya.
Yes.
Otherwise, your adult socks, finished pair, put them in there.
Yeah.
And then just a little reminder to keep the earworm going and the thoughts
brewing.
Starting on January 1st, 2019. I can't believe I'm saying 2019, but anyway.
Here we are. We're doing our temperature.
Thank you. The temperature scarf along.
Yes. Temperature garment along.
Well, scarf, temperature / whatever you decide you might want to make along. And the idea with the temperature scarf slash blanket slash whatever is that you pick a range of colors to cover the range of temperatures in your area, and you basically knit a row of, or crochet a row every day to match the temperature in your area.
The high and the low.
And if you do some Ravelry, temperature searching, you'll see many examples of it. And we'll certainly get sort of more detail about that when we get closer.
Yeah.
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 So that's just a little reminder to put that into in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, foes.
Foes.
Finished objects. For those of you who don't know what a foe is,
F-O.
it's not actually someone who, like an enemy.
No.
It's
a
foe. Mike, do you have any foes?
I have no foes.
I knew the answer to that question. Sorry. Okay. I've got a foe.
You got a foe. You have a foe.
I finished. It's all finished.
Yay.
The sweater that I've been working on and designing and pulled out and reknit and made again and all of those things, and there it is, and I put buttons on, and
it's got pockets.
And it's got pockets, and it fits, and I put it on, except that I'm really very warm right now.
And it is a very warm sweater.
And it's a nice warm sweater. For me, it's more of a coat. And see the little finishing details. There's, the bottoms and stuff are lined with the colors, and the sleeves are lined. Yeah.
Yep.
So, it's finished!
Yay!
I don't know if I'll ever show it to you again. You never know. It could happen.
Oh.
For many reasons, it could happen. But it's finished!
Yeah!
Maybe I'll be wearing it next week when I interview Cool Cam.
Cool Cam, maybe.
So that happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was foes.
Yeah!
Yeah, so I guess this has been foes.
Yes, indeed.
Whips.
Whips! You want me to go first? Or?
Sure, you go first.
Okay, of course, my only whip right now is the Yarn Quest 2018 Mystery Knit Along, our random number generation determined story driven pattern. So, if you don't want any spoilers on the pattern, here is the timestamp for you to skip to. Here is a little spoiler thing, so you can also scrub through the video and see when that goes away. But for now, here come the spoilers. Oh god, I'm still in the middle of the row. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shoot. Well, it's gone forever. There we go. I was in the middle of knitting this dragon friend. Well, dragon enemy.
Look at that dragon!
So yeah, that's actually two different charts. It's the top half and the bottom half.
So cool!
And you randomly determined both. I looked at it and it was like there's a possibility of getting like a clockwork dragon, and I really wanted to do that. And it's double knit. I'm doing it in double knitting, so on the other side this is what it looks like.
It's so pretty.
Yep. And
I mean, not pretty.
No, it's pretty.
Oh, it can be pretty?
It's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, of course it's pretty. If it's pretty, then it's pretty. And so, yeah, and then I have these sort of little details at the top. So this second detail is the last part of clue number 2. And now I'm just starting clue number 3, which was, I think I'm a week behind now.
That's okay.
So,
like you'll keep getting your clues.
Yep, and of course here is the rest of it still. But yeah, in the story, I just met up with a dragon.
Cool.
So I'm who appears to be friendly. Yeah. Yeah. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Okay. That's my only whip. I'm gonna
Okay.
pick up that ball of yarn I dropped earlier.
So I guess that's my turn.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, my whip, this is so close. I had actually planned, I wanted this to be a faux.
Oh yeah, these guys.
I wanted it to be a faux, but it's still a whip. So my 2 at a time socks in the yarn by Mud Punch.
Nice.
I think I did this last week, but I'm going to do it again. that stitch definition.
Yeah.
And the joins. Like,
Very nice.
Anyway, so I'm doing my contrast toe and heel, and I'm doing that in Drops Fable. Whoop. Okay, our camera just did something weird, so I can't. Okay, there we go. Drops Fable, which is 75-25 wool polyamide. It's a nice grippy yarn, but there we go. So yeah, there's that. And I am also working on my Johi's fall. Oh shoot, I'm in the middle of the row. Anyway.
You and me both.
My Johi's fall cowl. And unfortunately, I can't open this right up, so there we go. I am making her downtown line shawl. It's a very funky construction because it started with a triangle that goes up to here. So below that line of yarn overs, and then a second triangle, and you can see where the second triangle ends here, and then a third triangle,
which is
there, and now I'm working on a fourth triangle, which is coming off the third triangle. It's really cool. I'm having so much fun knitting this. Like it's both like really simple. It's garter stitch.
It's garter stitch
with a row of yarn overs. There's short rows and some increases, and it's easy knitting, but it's interesting knitting because you do have to look each row. Like, what am I doing this row? What am I doing this row? And so yeah, I'm having to keep track of my rows with a row counter, and then that gets a little bit confusing because you do like rows 1 to 4 or 1 to 6, and then you're on rows 14 to 18, and it's like repeat row 2 to 5, right? It's like, okay, wait a minute, am I on row 18 or row 2? And but yeah, so anyway.
It's good.
I love it.
That's good. Yeah.
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 So that's my whips.
Yeah. So.
And now we'd like to know, Mike. What do you bring to the table?
Sometimes you just want to have a really nerdy fight. Sometimes you're tired of arguing with your friends who would go faster, Sonic or the Flash. Sometimes you're tired of asking who would win, Batman or Iron Man, and you really just want to have some super silly fights. How about a super fight? A game of absurd arguments.
It is. It's absurd.
Super Fight is a game. It's in the Party Impress the Judge games, sort of same genre related to Cards Against Humanity, which is one that everyone knows. It's even got the black card, white card system, but in Super Fight, what you're doing is you're creating a fighter for yourself. And then you have to argue with one other person why your fighter would win in a fight against their fighter. And then the rest of the table decides after your debate is finished, which hopefully it eventually finishes, they decide who won. And that person goes on to have another fight with the next person around the table. So we could
using the same character.
Using the same character. So I'm just going to grab some cards at random here. We could have a vampire on stilts that is a piñata.
Oh, it's a vampire slayer.
Vampire slayer. Actually, yeah, here, let me hold these up. A vampire slayer on stilts that is a piñata versus a dolphin that can make a force field while holding their breath and screams names of attacks before using them. Who would win? and the game... it comes with other game modes, and we had one person completely run the table with the Pope who could control the Force, and I can't remember what their other thing was, but
and then I think I finally knocked them out with your mom. And she had various things, and it was like, sorry, because I'm not going to hit my mom.
Yeah, I was playing one game at Fiona's house actually against her mom. I was some the Predator, something else, and she was the Big Lebowski. Oh. So everything I said, she was just the dude abides, and she won that fight.
I don't know enough about the Big Lebowski to get that, but that's cool.
But yeah, Super Fight. It's a great party game for your nerdy types. You can also get various expansions for it. I have the orange box, which adds a lot more like deep cut nerd references, and there's various other ones too. In the board game, card game community, it's well renowned as a very good from indie game to big success game. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, we played it. We've had some fun with that. Mm-hmm. We should take that one too.
Yeah, we should. We have played that with Melina before.
Yeah, but we need to take it to games night now that
now that we have lots of people there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I bring to the table.
Now, and thank you for that.
Thanks for letting me share the hobby of board gaming.
Yeah. So, events from around the world. Okay.
From where?
Around the world.
Around the world. I was listening to that song earlier.
I guess there's a song that goes around the world.
Well, it's called Around the World by Daft Punk.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't know that song. Maybe you do. We can all chair dance to a song we don't know. All right. So, the countdown to Knit City is real at this point.
Shoot!
And guess who's coming with me?
Hi.
Mike's gonna come to Knit City with me. I am so looking forward to this road trip. It's gonna be a great road trip. I'm very, very happy. So that is September 28th to October 1st. And with the marketplace is the 29th and the 30th at the PNE, Pacific National Exhibition Forum Building in Vancouver.
I don't know why I kept thinking it was at the Vancouver Convention Center.
No.
Okay.
The PNE Forum Building. And some of the buildings around the Forum Building as well.
Oh, Playland's going to probably be closed.
Maybe not.
I'm also an amusement park enthusiast.
Oh, the roller coaster!
Yeah.
We could go right. Oh, my favorite roller coaster is
at Playland at the PNE. Anyway, we're talking about Knit City.
Knit City. So yeah, it's okay. There's this weekend.
Yes.
So and then there's next weekend.
Yes.
And a weekend in between, and then it's Knit City.
Woohoo!
So 3 Saturdays from now. So I won't be around next weekend, and Mike's schedule is stupid busy right now. So I'm not even sure if you'll have a chance to do this next week.
Yeah.
If you really need to get your fix and we don't, produce anything for you for next week, go back to the beginning and start again.
Yeah.
Just binge us like you would, something on Netflix.
I mean, kidding. I'll probably, do something just really quick if I can fit it in. Might even just be whips.
The following week, I think we're good, and then we'll be at Knit City. So that one will just be like delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or we'll make it at Knit City.
We'll record some of it there, and we'll, yeah.
Oh, my editing software is here. So.
Yeah. And then we'll probably get home and be stupid busy again.
Yeah.
So anyway,
events from around the world.
Back to that. Knit City! Okay. On Friday, September 14th, the Shenandoah Fiber Fest in Berryville, Virginia, USA.
Okay.
All right, you got to go to that. The Shenandoah Fiber. I just like that name. Shenandoah. I've always liked that word.
Shenandoah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shenandoah. What is? Okay.
What?
What is that word? Shenandoah.
On Saturday, September 22nd. Hey, you know what Saturday, September 22nd is?
Knit City?
No.
Dad's birthday?
Yeah.
Dad's birthday.
And you know what Saturday, what Monday, September 24th is? Cool Cam's birthday! Yeah.
Every time we do this, I ask why I keep doing this to myself for editing, but here we are.
Okay, so that will be the Blanche. So
Saturday, September 22nd.
Blanche Knit and Stitch meetup in Blanchardstown, Dublin, Ireland. See, we're trying to get around the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's all my notes.
Okay.
I think.
Well, that's about everything.
I think. Yeah.
Stop that.
What? Thinking?
No, keep doing that. Wait. I was saying stop that to thinking, but then I changed my mind. So, maybe I need to start thinking.
One of us needs to think. We made that decision today.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So pretty quick one today.
Yep.
And, yeah. If my socks aren't finished the next time I see you, that'll just be an embarrassment, which we won't talk about. And I think I'm down to, currently I think I only have 4 things on the needles.
I have 1.
And I'm not, oh, that's not entirely true. I will start another pair of socks when these ones are done. My next thing I'm going to do is some toe, okay. If I could pick the perfect way to knit socks, first it would be 2 at a time magic loop, then it would be toe up, and then it would be heel flap and gusset.
These are words.
Do I need to
I just don't
express my okay?
So I know.
So Mike doesn't understand that, and that's what we're here about. Teaching Mike things. So these are knit magic loop. You know what magic loop is?
2 at a time. Yep, magic loop.
You know what magic loop is?
Yes.
2 at a time.
Yes.
And when I started knitting, I knitted from the top of the sock down through the heel flap.
Okay, yeah.
With the heel turn, that's this little part here.
Okay.
And a gusset, which is this part that goes down at an angle.
Okay.
And decreases back down so you run to the end, and then there's your toe.
Okay.
So these are top down, heel flap, and gusset.
Okay.
Okay. So I have got a pattern for a toe up, heel flap, and gusset. It's Ann Budd's Topsy Turvy Socks. That's her answer to the one sock syndrome, because the pattern is actually you knit one top down and you knit the second one toe up so that you're not bored.
Okay.
I just want to know how to do the heel flap and gusset. So I will get her instructions out and do a toe up, heel flap, and gusset. And the reason I really want to try that is, even though I like shorty socks, I'm sick of having like little bits of yarn left over at the end. So sometimes you just want to knit your leg section.
Oh yeah.
Until you run out of yarn.
Yeah.
And then if you're using a contrast for your heel and your toe, then you add your cuff on at the end. And so that's why I would kind of like to
do a toe up.
Do a toe up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be, it'll probably be the same Mud Punch. Oh, I love my Mud Punch yarn. Probably be the same yarn I'm using, but just different style.
Okay.
All right?
Alrighty.
So,
I think that's about everything.
yeah.
Yeah?
You have words to say.
Like, comment, subscribe, bell icon to be informed every time we upload. YouTube will send a notification to your phone and into your email. One of those will cause your phone to vibrate. Follow us on Ravelry. Join our Ravelry group. Follow us on Instagram, rather. Close Knit Family Knitcast. If you want to get in contact with us, shoot us an email at cnfpodcast@gmail.com. Yes, it should be a K. Yes, it should say Knitcast. I was having a long day.
It was like one of the first things we ever did, so
a
little slack.
Yeah, that's about everything. Yeah, go to our Ravelry group. Put a little thing in the introduce yourself thread because we really like to know who we're talking to, and yeah.
All right. Show us what you're knitting too.
Do that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should just have a general chatter thread.
Well, we do. Like, introduce yourself is kind of a general chatter thread.
Oh, and someone, gosh, I wish I could remember who it was, said that I should have a thread in our Ravelry group where I just post all the things that I've recommended, all the things that are brought to the table. Yeah.
He's going to do that.
I'm going to do that eventually.
He's just been stupid busy this week.
Yeah.
I only saw him for the first time since last Sunday this morning. So, yeah. All right. Good.
Well,
keep your knitting close and your family closer.
Bye.